Hello, everyone. It's Susan Bruck from Soul Blossom Living, and I am here today with a sewing basic lesson. Today, we're going to do the running stitch, and we're not going to sew quite yet. We have to get everything ready first, but I'm going to show you what I'm working on. This is a little 1 by 3 inch square of wool felt, and I already put on some eyes and a little smile. It's going to be a needle threader. So this is the front, this is the back. You can tell the back because it has all the knots on it. And we are going to just make some little straight lines of stitching across with the running stitch. But to start with, we have, this is some, oh, whoops, I just took that off. This is embroidery floss. It comes with 2 of these little things on it on each end. But when you start it out, it will never be the same again after you start to use it. So I like to um, wind it around something. They sell these little pieces of cardboard that are shaped and that you can. I'm doing it like this so it doesn't get tangled up on itself as I wind it around. You can buy little ready-made winder things, but you could cut your own out of a piece of cardboard or just use a piece of fabric for this. Um, After many years of untangling um, embroidery floss, I have learned that this is a good idea. Doesn't mean I always do it, but for you guys, I will, so you can not make the same mistakes that I made. So we're not going to need a real lot of thread for this. It's about that long. What is that, like 2 feet or so? I'm going to cut it. And this embroidery floss is 6 strands. So you can sew with all 6 strands, but it's a little easier if you split it. So I'm finding 3 and 3, and I'm just pulling it apart. Um, oops. And if it starts to get kind of stuck like that, just if you hold on the end, or if you have another person to hold the end for you, that works too. So there you go. So there's some thread. That should be plenty for what we're doing today. And I have a needle, and because we're sewing on wool felt, this needle is pointy at the end, and it has a pretty big hole in it, a pretty big eye at the end to get the thicker thread through. So you can do this like that and put it through the eye. So that works pretty well with these big eyes. And I'll show you, I don't have my needle threader made yet, but this is how you use it. I had seen these things for years that were already made, and I had no idea what they did. So you take the little wire end and you poke it through the eye of the needle, and you take your thread and put it through the wire, and then, oopsie, pull it back through like that, and ta-da! Pretty nifty. So now you've got your needle and your thread. You can tie, if you want, you can tie both ends together. That way the thread won't come out of the needle as easily, and especially if you're sewing with children, that's a good thing to do. But you can do it either way that you like. This is a really cool way to tie a knot in the end. So I have the 2 ends together, but if you were just doing one, you just hold one end. And I'm holding it with my finger against the end of the needle. Sorry, I can't get my big fingers out of the way. Then wrap it around, wrap the thread around towards the point of the needle 3 or 4 times. And then hold it all together with your pointer and your thumb with one hand, and then with your other hand, pull it through, and you have a nifty little knot. You know, it took me a while to get the hang of it, so if it doesn't work at first, keep trying it, you know, looking to see how we did it again if you want. Um, or just tie any kind of knot you can figure out how to tie. So, a running stitch. We're going to start on the back and poke the needle through. Ooh, I'm going to move over a little. And so the needle's in the back, the needle and the thread are still in the back. It's coming up to the front. And then just pull it all the way out until, see now the knot is right there against the fabric. And then you're just going to go now from the front and down and just pull, and then back up again from the back to the front. And that's it. That's the running stitch. Front to back, back to front, up and down, and pull that out. That's what it looks like. It might have been better to use darker thread, but I think you can see it. And that's it. So now, so it's just that wherever the thread ends up, you poke the needle through on that same side and pull it all the way. You don't want to pull it too tight or it'll kind of gather the fabric. You just want to pull it so it's against the fabric. And then, so now my needle's here, poke it back through, pull it all the way through. If you want to get fancy, you can, I'm going now from back to front, but you can do it like this with the needle. So I'm just poking my needle through, oops, sorry, like that, and you can just do it with the needle. You can just do it with the needle, kind of in and out. I'll show you, like that, and then just pull it all the way out, and then you did like whatever that is, like 2 or 3 stitches at once. I'll do it one more time. See if I can get it so you can see it better. And I can see it too. Okay, so here's my needle. We're going now from front to back. And I'm not pulling it now, I'm just pushing the needle up, down, and pulling it, oops, pulling it all the way through. So that's it. That is the running stitch. And when you are ready to be done sewing, you just take, there's different, you have to tie a knot so it doesn't come undone. So you can just, if you want to just tie a knot like this, you can, just like a little overhand knot, but it's hard to get it right up against the fabric. So I usually do a little tricky, just like a little tiny stitch. It doesn't even, with thick fabric like this, it doesn't have to go all the way through. So I'm just making a little stitch like that, pulling the yarn through. We're staying on the same side this time. And then I'm going to take the needle and put it through the loop before I pull it tight, and then pull it all the way. And then I'm going to do it one more time, in and out, and through the loop of the thread, and pull. And that's it. Then I'm just gonna cut this, and it's all done. And you can see like I did these little fancy stitches to make the eyes, and so those look different on the front and the back, but other than that, the fact that the knots are on the back, the running stitch looks the same on either side. So that's it. See? That was easy. Now you know how to do a running stitch. And I'll take some pictures. I'm going to finish this up and put the little wire in there, but I'm not going to make you watch. And I'll show you when it's done. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I think next time we're going to sew on a button. So that's all for now. Thanks for stopping by, and let me know if you have any questions.